That is okay. The chat came out. Okay, this is cool. All right, so I am live. I am live. Obviously, I don't expect many viewers for this live because it was very last second, but yeah, I thought I'd had to develop my going live muscle a bit more. So yeah, whoever sees this, welcome to this first live. I'm gonna be building a transcription app. So that's the deal. I've done already some work in the background just to get it ready so that you don't have to see all the boring. Well, I mean, you're probably gonna see many boring things, but I already skipped the main boring parts. And yeah, as you know, most of the building is pretty boring in nature. Usually, you don't see a lot of how do you call it? Like multiple instances of Claude code. I don't like doing it like that. My setup is just very simple, and I think that everybody's setup should be like this. Because the fact that people have like multiple, I think it's just some productivity bullshit. If I'm honest with you, I think the simplest setups win, and basically I'm on VS Code. I have Claude Code on the right, and that's it. That's it. There's nothing else that you have to do. But yeah, I mean, let's get some viewers, I guess. I think right now I'm just chatting to myself. So let's see the chat. Anybody pop up the chat? Yeah. Are you in the live, by the way? Are you in the live? You are? Okay. You want to say something? Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's get started. Oh, nice, Alex. Thanks for joining. Yeah. It was very last second, so but yeah, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. So, I'm not sure if you followed, but I'm going to be building a transcription app. Let's see how far I get with this. But it's my attempt at, this is the first time I'm doing a live. I did another one with Data Camp, but yeah, like a live that I'm doing myself. This is definitely the first one. So I'm gonna try to do my best. As I said, there's gonna be a lot of boring parts, so I'm just here to answer any questions that you guys have about the channel, about me, any tips, anything that you want to know. Go ahead, grab some coffee. I already finished my coffee. I already had it before to set all this up. But yeah, let's get to it. So what did I do so far? Maybe I can start there. So what I did so far was just create a Swift scaffold. So I'm building a transcription tool, similar to what we have. These people, the Whisperflow people. So these people here, they're selling a transcription tool that is, I think, 18 bucks a month, which I think is great. Probably does a million and one things. But for my use case, I just want something quick. I don't want to pay 20 bucks a month. I just want to pay for the API costs or the RAM equivalent costs in energy. And I just want it to go locally. Like, I don't need anything too complex. I don't think an app like this is too hard to do anyways. Of course, if you want to turn it into a multi-million-dollar a year app, of course. But I just want something for myself that you guys can download on macOS, and that's it. And if you want to connect to an API for transcription, you go ahead. But I found also a model from NVIDIA. I think it's called Parakeet. It's a new model that I think is pretty light, that you can download locally as well. So you can do pretty much everything locally, and you don't rely on any external servers. So that's pretty cool. So let me see if I can search that. So NVIDIA Parakeet, I think it's called. We're also making it, first of all, a macOS app. Because there we go. So this is the one, this is the model we're using. So we're building the app with this model. It's multilingual, it does everything. It got released not too long ago. It's a relatively new model. And yeah, I just think transcription tools are just gonna get easier and easier to do. So why buy $20 a month when you can use Claude Code to build it? So that's what we're doing. So yeah, I went through the whole, the gist of setting everything up. I'm not sure if you guys were aware on how I tend to start with these projects. You only see my ID? Okay, that's good. Thank you for letting me know. That's interesting. So why can you only see my ID? Okay. macOS screen capture device. That shouldn't be possible. Really? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What do you see? Can you see the ID? Chat, can you confirm? Oh, bro, I never use the word chat, but it's cool to use it because I guess I have a chat now. Alex is the chat. But it's funny that you can't see it. Let me quickly... It's definitely OBS. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, there you go. So probably now. What about now? Can you see... Okay, now it should work. Now it should work. Yes, sir. That works. It's just OBS is being kind of retarded on my laptop. That's why I don't use it too much. That's why I use Tela a lot. Yeah, you probably see it now. Okay, yeah. That's why I use this a lot. The screen recorder, because OBS just gives so many. Honestly, I think it's obviously the best one for YouTubers and whatnot, but it's just sometimes it just freezes. I don't know if it happens to you guys. I don't know how often you make videos for YouTube or do streaming. But yeah, it does sometimes it does that. But anyways, there's some lag as well, but I'll just keep going. But I'm looking at the chat. Let's chat. But anyways, back to the build. So PRD step 1. Well, actually, let me go back quickly. So what I do essentially with most builds is that I first want to set a project scaffold. Alex knows. Alex is one of the most cracked developers I've ever met. He knows this very well. For those of you that don't know how to start projects properly, you want to set up a project scaffold. Because otherwise the model is going to hallucinate, right? It doesn't have a good knowledge on how to build, what exact files do you need to get started with the project. So instead of leaving it to guessing for the LLM to set up your project, you just run a command and just use that, right? If you guys are familiar with web apps, for example, you can build an XJS scaffold, right? You just run a command on the terminal and then it just goes through a setup. So I've done something similar here. Very important if you want to take it to the next level and then, get it set up with Claude Code in mind, right? One thing is setting it up with for just normal software development, but then something else is setting it up for agents to work properly. That's when you need the Claude.md. Obviously, you guys should know that by now. The activity.md file, which I have here on the left, right? And then I have a few other docs. So this is a desktop app, which honestly, guys, I'm not very knowledgeable with desktop apps. For macOS, so this is gonna be a bit of a jinx. I'm gonna just figure things out with you guys. I just want to see how far I can take it with Claude Code and the limited knowledge that I have with desktop apps. But the stuff that I've done is essentially, added some screens, some user flows, a base PRD that I've talked with Claude Code. This is that idea that I have, whatever. I pass it on to this, and then I'm like, okay, well, let's create a proper PRD. And my famous non-programmer's guide to code, Claude Code, which I left in the community as well. It's basically based on all the projects that I've done. I compiled a set of rules for agentic coding, specifically with Claude Code, that you should go for. So, setting up your Claude.md file, the PRD file, design file, 2 tracking files as well. All these are markdown, obviously. And these 2 are like super important. I take them with me in any project. So yeah, super important. But yeah, okay, I'll just keep going. I'm just gonna. Okay, I don't think if I missed anything. Alex, you probably know all of this already. So yeah, you're good, right? You want to set your automated tests as well. This is actually the source code for the app, right? Anyways, if you're doubtful of anything, just ask Claude Code. There's no, the cool thing about this time and age is that you can just ask Claude Code whatever you want. Obviously, you'll get to a point where, probably you have an app that works. You probably get some paying users. You think you are the GOAT. You think you are, you've mastered app building and then you build a business and whatever, but that's just the start. Then, if you want to move forward, you're going to encounter so many different bugs. You're going to have to think about infrastructure, all these things, which you can do with Claude Code. But yeah, if you reach that stage, I do recommend teaming up with a developer like Alex over here in the chat. But yeah, it's very good for MVPs and just getting your initial revenue and setting up, the base of what your company or your app is going to be in the future, right? That's what I've done with ConvertChat essentially, right? Later on, I paired with a developer, and then, but it came all from a so the way I started with ConvertChat was, I built the MVP with Claude Code. And then I said, okay, hey man, you're a dev, right? Go ahead and check my code, make sure everything is going. But from the MVP, you get the idea on what I want to do. But obviously, developers have a deeper knowledge on infrastructure, what is the right database to use, and all that. You could do it yourself, but obviously pairing up with a developer makes a lot of sense because you just don't spend. You can move quicker, right? You can move quicker, and they will take care for you they would take care of the infrastructure as you grow with the amount of users, whilst you can just take other roles, which are also important. And you could argue a bit harder, which are the sales and the marketing, which is, what defines success nowadays. But anyways, enough yapping. Let's get going. So yes, go ahead. So Fluid Audio SDK. Okay, so this is a software development kit working with a card code audio file to prove on-device transcription works. Yes. We have, very important, I forgot. You want to set agents as well. I think it's hidden over here. Oh no, the Claude. Look at all these. These are all my little workers, my little research agents on these MD files. So whenever I'm working with Claude Code, these are just going to trigger whenever Claude Code needs. And that's all defined in the Claude.md file. So if you go a bit below, you're going to check. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? You see over here. Use these agents for domain-specific work. We have an audio transcription dude. We have a UI design dude. We have a system integration dude. We have a research dude, right? So what this helps with is that, we don't overflow the main agent, the orchestrator, which is what I'm chatting with here, with all the freaking context, right? We separate the context, right? And yeah, it just keeps everything cleaner. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's keep going. But anyways, I'm looking at the chat. Grab your coffees, grab a banana, grab an apple. I already ate mine. So I don't want to get radiation poisoning by eating too many bananas. But yeah. So obviously there's gonna be boring parts to this. So I'm just gonna look at the chat. So yeah, how's it going? It's going great, thanks. I'm right now in where am I right now? I'm in Malaga right now, Spain. I don't know if there's anyone from Spain here. I'm originally Spanish, by the way. So maybe you could have told by my accent. But yeah, just Malaga here. It's sunny. I don't know how is it in Romania right now, Alex. Maybe you can guide me on that. I think Johnny, you were from Spain. I think we had a chat before. But Pursuit of Code, what am I creating? Yes, okay. I know there's people joining that are new to this. Well, new to the live. What I'm building is a local transcription app. So before that, I was just telling people that, I don't want to be paying for a monthly subscription, to be honest, for like a transcription tool. I think having you trapped on a monthly subscription for such a simple thing should be a bit of a crime. So what I'm doing here is I'm building a transcription tool for you guys that you can use locally, right? And not have to pay monthly, because I think it doesn't make sense, right? So I just want to build this and give it to you guys. That's it. I mean, this is a tool I want to use myself. I had a prototype for a transcription tool, where you press a hotkey and then you just talk to Claude Code and you can use it across any device. I had that, but I want to build it from scratch so you guys see the process. And yeah, it's for Mac OS first, but I'm gonna then move into Windows, because I know there's a lot of Windows users. So yeah, I just want to make sure that all of you guys are included. Yeah, I can just ask Claude to download Whisper from OpenAI and it will just transcribe. Yes, but I found something else. Okay, Whisper incurs costs, of course. That was my first version. That was the first version that I had, where you can just use an API, right? But what I'm trying to look into is that there's a model that you can install locally. So there's no API costs. That's even better in my opinion. And it's a super light model. So NVIDIA released this model called Parakeet. It's a local transcription model. And it doesn't have any API costs. So I'm just trying this out. You can download local version. Yes, 100% you can download local version, but I want to try this NVIDIA model. Yeah, no, that works as well. I mean, Whisper is amazing. But overall, like, I know that you can just use the local version, but I want to build a whole app around this so that other people can just download it, right? So yeah, that's the idea, and to to show it's also a sample project that I just want to have a reason to go live for as well. And once I'm done here, I'm just gonna give it to everybody. Make it nice, make it a cool experience, make it as similar as I can to Whisperflow as well. Over here. So yeah, obviously, you can just run it locally in your app. I mean, in your device. But obviously that's one thing, and another thing is actually, instead of running it in localhost, actually build a whole app around it so that it's downloadable as well as a DMG file that people can use. I want to build a website as well. I want to build you get the idea. It's not just the right. You get what I mean. Hopefully you get what I mean. And that's probably the harder part as well. I could probably build this in like 1 minute and just say, hey, just, there you go. All right, Whisper and that, whatever. Okay, but I want to build a proper app. So yeah, okay. So let's see. Okay, so confirm available. API requirements met, key API pieces. Okay, so we need a few API pieces. There is an existing open source called Parquet. That's basically okay. So update. Started break. Yeah, let's go ahead. So what I like about my setup is that if you set up your project properly, all you're gonna do is pretty much what I'm doing. Just hit tab on autocomplete and just let Claude figure out what it needs to do. Usually what I tend to do is that I spend a lot of time like setting up the project itself. Spend a lot of time. People don't really understand. People don't really understand like how important it is, especially if you're non-technical, to set up the project properly with the right MD files and the right context. So yeah, it's very important. And also having the superpowers plugin is such a clutch as well. So if you guys don't have the superpowers plugin, I recommend it. I recommend it. When is the next video coming? That's a good question, man. I've been working on ConvertChat, so I really, I'm not just the YouTuber. Okay. I wish I could just set up a school community and make money from that, but that's not my thing really. I want to build a proper business on the side. And that's what, I have a few things on the side, and ConvertChat is one of them. So I've just been working on that. So next video is probably going to be a summarized version of this live. Probably, now that I'm making it live, I'm building this project. I could just do a, summary video. But yeah, I mean, if you have any other ideas for other videos, go ahead, just drop it here. I could do more build in public videos. I got a lot of that. But yeah, anyways, I'm looking at the chat. I'm just paying attention to this. I don't understand really. People that just like, set up some loops. You guys know what loops are? Let me know in the comments if you know what a loop is. For example, loops or hooks as well. It's, these videos that are starting to come up regarding Claude Code. Loops are the future. Learn, this is how to use loops and whatever. And then they leave the agent running in the background for like 2 hours, 3 hours, whilst they're just, they run away and then they go for a swim or something, and they just leave the agent running for like multiple hours without supervision. And I'm against that, honestly. I'm against that because if you want to build something proper, I feel like you need to be like right on here. Of course, if you know the task is just basically doing like tests, for example, or like, you can tell by the task whether you can just like let it be or not. But I like being very present on the whole build. So yeah. Right, Swift build needs package Swift, so interesting. So I made already a GitHub repository as well, and it's going to be uploading here. What people forget as well is doing continuous iteration and development, CI/CD. Very important if you're not a developer as well. If you want to set a proper, create a proper setup for your developers to come on, right? Because people forget that you can test your app on localhost, but also on web as well. You can have a staging version and also a production version. So there's things with apps that you can't just test locally. Maybe you're working on some specific API, or for example, I've got this a lot, integrations with Meta that don't work locally. So you want a staging version. But anyways, I'm yapping too much, I feel like. Okay, so good. Now let me start brainstorming for step 1. By the way, guys, feel free to, just jump around. You can hear me yap whilst you're doing other stuff as well. So you see how I love using superpowers. Like, I think I told Claude Code to use it like a million times. Like, make sure to use superpowers, because it's such a goated plugin. Like, ever since superpowers came out, I think 6 months ago, I just started using it so much, and it literally spiked the productivity with making code, and the accuracy as well, by so much. And I think I released that video like 6 months ago. It's still relevant by far. I just think it's so important to have that skill now, that set of skills, the superpower plugin. Before, I really had to do so many things manually, and now. Okay, so this is a pure engine, backend spike, no visual questions. One question, maybe I'm gonna zoom in, you guys don't see. But anyways, any questions about anything, guys? Feel free to just drop it in the chat. Feel free to ask me anything. If you're listening, great. If you think that I'm delivering value, great. But you know, just don't hold back. Just go ahead and ask me anything as well. You know, aside from me building, I just want to connect with you guys a bit more. You know, get to know you a bit more. You know, what's up? What are you up to? Any questions you have about me, about what I'm doing? Any piece of advice that you guys want? Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's talk. Good context. Okay, so you see how I've made it so that Claude Code becomes a bit more of a, you know, it asks me so much as well. That's what I think, that's part of the superpowers plugin as well. It tends to be very cautious. I'd rather be very cautious with this kind of stuff than just, you know, whatever code, you know, because from experience that's never gone well. If you just say yes to everything and don't read anything, or like don't take precautions and ask about anything in advance. Oh, great. Okay. Then it's just gonna create the typical Claude Code generated apps and websites and things that you see already online. But yeah, okay, so one question. Fluid Audio supports 2 model versions, V2 or V3. For Yap, which do you prefer? By the way, yes, I'm calling it Yap, and I'm ready to buy the domain as well over here. Oh, and you saw where I live. So that's amazing. I mean, feel free to come visit. But yeah, okay. So regarding the model ship, okay, add language toys, multilingual supports 25. Yeah, I mean, best accuracy for English dictation, but we're not only English. It will be good if it just supports maybe 2 languages, English and Spanish. I would say if you can add, adding stuff later. Okay, so look at the questions that I do. What are the speed trade-offs with the different models between V2 and V3, right? So even now, I didn't start implementing code. This is how really how software development is with Claude Code. If you want to build something good, and you know, I've seen many videos out there that just build simple web apps that look again generated like Claude Code. You can just tell they all these apps use a very specific library in the background. I think it's called, I use it a lot and I don't remember, Lucid icons. So I can just write it there. It gets used a lot by Claude Code and all these like general purpose language models. And when you tell it like build me an app or build me a website, its default is, if you don't tell it anything, it's gonna go for Lucid icons or whatever, because it's just such a big library already. So yeah. So that's why all these websites look the same, because they're using the same library in the background. So that is why I love doing all this research before the project, having a design file as well. So if you can look at the design file, for example, right? I am very specific with everything, with all the designs. and I want to make sure that this is to make sure that it doesn't look AI generated. It looks like a professional team of developers built this, right? Very important, very important. Otherwise, it's just gonna go to default and say, hey, Lucid icons, you know. But yeah, that's what I wanted to discuss there. Let's see. So GitHub, Whisper, Mac Whisper speed test. What is this about? Oh, okay. I see. But anyways, how you guys? How is this? Feedback. Give me feedback. What is the feedback looking like? Is this just a crap live? Are you guys enjoying what I'm saying? Are you guys enjoying the popcorns as you're eating them? Does this feel like you're watching a movie? The last release of a how's this guy called? Nolan, Christopher Nolan movie, or is it just like the crappiest live that you guys ever been in? Because it could be that, and I'm, you know, I might agree, but yeah. Let's see. So you see here the agent is doing his research, right? This is a research agent that is specified over here, right? And people forget to do these like basic things, and it's so important. I think I'm gonna say it again because you guys need to understand the setting of the files and the right files at the start is so important, because then you can just go like what I'm doing, right? I can just chat with you, but I still don't agree with just leaving the desk. Leaving the desk and doing whatever you want. I don't, it depends on what stage of the project you're at, but at least at the start, you need to go through all these questions. Okay, so, all that to just understand what model, what speed the models are. Okay. What does 145x real time mean? 2.1 where, okay, so it's not 4% difference. It's a 3 repo, RAM usage, 100 megs of RAM. It's not that bad. And you get 25 languages. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that speak, there's a lot of people in India that speak in their native language. I know there's like 1 trillion languages there, like dialects, I guess. So, if it's just English, I'm gonna go for bilingual. Let's start with V3. Let users, nah. Let's do B. You see it that I'm not a yes man either. If I were a yes man, I would be like, yeah, whatever, okay, whatever you suit best. But you're gonna actually think about all these decisions because they're going to affect how, even these little things, they're going to affect how your app is going to look like later. Right? But anyways, ask me any questions as well. I'm looking at the chat whilst, you know, if you see me looking outside, it's either I'm looking at the chat or I'm looking at Claude Code, obviously. One more question. And I just want to make sure that you guys are actually seeing what I'm seeing, because it tends to happen that okay. Oh, that's why you guys were leaving. This is the problem with OBS, guys. So I don't know what to do. It's just sometimes a pain in the ass. But anyways, got it. One more question for the spike. We need a test audio file to transcribe. How should we get one? Short script that records a few. Just download one, man. Don't bother me. I don't want to record an audio for you right now, man. Just look for something. It's not a big deal. But anyways, how you guys are at? Where are you guys from? I know Johnny is there. I don't know where you're from. Pursuit of Code as well. Where are you guys from? I get a lot of Americans lately with, from the videos. So yeah, that's one. I've never been to America actually. Believe it or not. I have a lot of friends in America, but that's pretty much it, to be honest. They told me to go to New York to just work there, but I'm not. I don't know. I build an app called Nada. Nada means nothing in Spanish, actually. If you want to know, if you're curious. Very hard to get users. Yes, I think this is everybody's problem now, getting users. I might do a few videos on that now. Now that I'm getting some good traction with ConvertChat, I might do videos for that. However, very hard to get users. Looks like we need to spend a lot of money on marketing. No, not really, dude. Not really. Organic users? Just go make videos, man. Like, I've had this exact... oh, hold on. I'm gonna come back to this because it's I think I'm helping a lot of people with the answer that I'm gonna give now. But yeah, 3 approaches recommended. I'm not that technical. Standalone spy script outside of the app, unit test only. So what is this for? Wire up. Okay, add a small test below WAV file pass where it goes directly into production code. Small structure that bear spike, standalone spike app. Okay, unit test only. Spike's purpose. I love how you just say my recommendation, because if I don't know something, I'll just go with whatever Claude Code does. If it's just like a technical issue or a technical thing, Claude Code knows more than me. Spike purpose. Fill in re-implementation. I want to becomes permanent production code. Don't throw away. Okay, approach A. Let's do it. I just typed A. Imagine it just does something completely different. It deletes it deletes the whole code or something. Anyways, coming back to your question. Suggestions on getting organic users. Dude, I think it's easier than ever now to just get attention. All you gotta do is just make videos on Instagram. I don't recommend making videos on YouTube. I think that's probably one of the things that has the highest activation energy. It's just kind of hard, I think, mentally to start making YouTube videos, because you think it's just such a big task, right? Like when you think about YouTube videos, you think about it's like 20-minute videos, 30-minute videos, motion graphics, scripts, and you think it's so professional. Sorry to say, it's not. Actually, it's easier than you think. But if you want to go to an easier level, doing shorts is probably better, right? I have 3 friends actually, that I have discussed this with. They're like, oh, I built an app. Dude, how do I get organic users? Well, kind of answer yourself. Go to platforms where you can organically get views. Instagram, make a video. Right? Obviously at the start, it's not going to be amazing. You're going to feel like you're not getting anywhere. But you're just going to keep making videos, right? You're going to keep making videos. You got to let the algorithm know that you exist and that you're providing value in some way. Either you're entertaining people or you're informing them of something. And then the app becomes your solution, for example, right? And if I have a rule of thumb for you, Naman, I think Naman is your name. Correct me if I'm wrong. It would be to, dude, like, if your app is already there, figure out, like, build a website for it. Not because, like, you want to, obviously you want to drive people to the site. Very important. But you can use that then, if you have good copy, you can use that then to create your scripts, right? To create some sort of strategy, scripts on what you're going to say on front of the camera. I could now, I'm gonna get into that because I think a lot of you guys need to hear this. There's a lot of different techniques you can use to get out there, different video formats, okay? But anyways, the main thing is that don't overthink about it. Just start recording something, whatever it is, dude. That's how I started my YouTube channel as well. But I'll get back to that and be more specific. Let me know if that answered your question, man. And if it did, feel free to ask a follow-up question, or if it didn't, ask me a follow-up question anyways. So I'm here. What we're building, fill in existing Fluid Audio Engine, success criteria. You see, we're using Parakeet V3. Really good and fast model. I think it's faster than the OpenAI transcription model. So we want to get to that real feel, right? So when you press it, you get a transcription, and then it gets pasted. So what is that time difference, right? A few milliseconds make a difference. And I think I'm choosing this model because I think the OpenAI model was a bit too slow. I was actually using it on the prototype for the audio tool, this thing that I'm building. I had a prototype previously, and it was very slow. So yeah. So that's why I want to use something quick, so that we get that premium, feel like, whoa, it's so quick, right? Anyways, fill in the existing stuff with real fluid. Sure. Okay. Yes. Fluid audio model. Again. Dude, like this video capture device is just, I really have to do this, like, dude, pain in the ass. Seriously. Pain in the ass. Like, guys, recommend me a new, I've heard of Streamlabs for like a streaming tool, because OBS is just failing me right now, man. It's failing me. Yeah, the scope looks right. Output is pretty matches no transcript. Okay, let's see. Yeah, freak it. Right. So let's see how far we get with this. I think I still gotta get used to streams, and streams not being, things where, you see like constant dopamine, right? Streams are more of me doing stuff and chatting with you guys. I think that's what it is about. So yeah, I'm still getting used to that, because I'm used to, the videos that I do on my channel, which are like, here's the 5 things that you need to know about Claude Code, man, this and that and this and that. So everything is just so quick. And I have an editor, that I talk with. It's like, how can we increase retention in my videos? How can we do, all YouTube videos, especially in the AI space, are very retention focused, right? If you focus on the hook and maybe transcribe the hook from a video, listen to it, you'll see how every video has the same structure. So when you're making YouTube videos, you follow a structure to maximize retention, because that then helps the YouTube algorithm, right? I think it's the first 30 seconds that help a lot. But anyways, Naman, let me know if I answer your question. I think that was a pretty solid answer, but go ahead and let me know if I missed anything. Yo, Mr. Pink. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. How are you, man? Nice to have you around. Feel free to grab a coffee. I don't know what time is it over there or where you're from, but feel free to grab a bit of food, grab a little, I'm up for a chat. Let's chat and just talk with you guys about anything whilst I'm just building this transcription tool that I will release for you guys to download. Because as I said again, what is it? Dude, what is it? Whisperflow. I hate that these people are charging monthly. I just don't get it. I just don't get it, honestly. Like, there's another dude here, the Pursuit of Code guy. He has a a local version of this. So I don't know why people are paying for Whisperflow anymore. Obviously, they don't know how to use Claude Code. But for you guys that have an idea, like, this could be an easy project to just get going. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to this, man. I'm getting distracted by you guys. There's just like, 5 of you dudes in here. I don't know how I'm getting distracted that quick. We met in Bali with some friends. Right. Let me check your channel. Oh, for real? Yeah. Yeah, this is great, man. I know you. I didn't know you had a channel, man. Nah, it's great, man. That's amazing. Great, man. Amazing. Nice to meet you, man. That was the surprise of the day. Honestly, I didn't expect that. I remember you. I remember you. We met in Bali. I remember. Files change. Okay, modify. Anyways, no new modules, no new extractions. We're filing in. Yeah, this is right. So I'm just gonna. This is my life, guys. Now, this is it's just Claude code. But yeah, what are you up to, man? What are you up to? What are you doing now? I see that you're doing videos on YouTube, which is amazing. Just checking your channel now. This is amazing. So AI ads, Weavy, free pick. Yeah, man, the AI UGC stuff is pretty good. It's pretty good. People are getting on it. So it's a nice space to be in. So yeah, man. Honestly, great. This is great. Great, man. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep the YouTube thing going. By the way, I was saying that this is my first live as well, so had to hop in. But anyways, data flow. You see, we're progressing, guys. We're progressing. It's slow, but at least I want to take it slow so that we actually understand what we're doing. You know, a lot of people are just, you know, build me an app and make me 5 million a year. You don't want to do that shit, you know. Ooh, hopefully, I don't know if we're running ads here. Again, video capture. Okay, now I know, man. Dude, like this freaking lag is just. So now I see that it's stuck at the browser now. It's man, it's seriously OBS, man. I don't know what you guys are doing OBS, but don't make me build another OBS, honestly. If you keep failing me like this, OBS, I'm gonna have to build another recording tool for myself. But anyways, fluid audio engine. So audio buffer WAV loading. So but yeah, as I was saying, touching on what Naman said. Based on what Naman said, yeah, marketing is the most important thing. In fact, you know, I am learning how to do it as well. I know how to push ads, I know how to make all these like cool creative videos and whatnot, but there's like, the marketing world is very interesting, dude. With all the creatives you can do and all that, like, you know, a lot of stuff is happening, and if you can be in it, it's pretty good. But honestly, you can do so much marketing or whatever, but you need to have a product. You need to know. Oh. So you can't just do marketing. You need to. I think it's ideal you do marketing for a specific industry. Specialize about the little nuisances about that industry and whatnot. I think that's what's going to set you apart. And also with building apps, for example, and doing, you know, all of these things, right? The tech and the marketing are just vehicles for solving a specific problem in a specific niche, right? If you're thinking like that, then you have to start thinking about, okay, what specific industry can I help? And it's okay if you don't know how to start, you know? Real random, Frank, but what's your favorite song? Don't worry, there's no random questions here. Like that, this is what a live is supposed to be. Just want to talk with you guys. So glad that you asked. Real random. By the way, Mr. Pink, I didn't know that you follow my YouTube channel. So it's cool that you watch my videos. I guess you watch my videos, but it's pretty cool, man. Thanks for passing by. But yeah, my favorite song, it's pretty tough, man. It's pretty tough. I listen to so many things, man. I play the piano, so I love classical music, you know, Rachmaninoff, Liebestraum. I love hardstyle as well. I love techno. So I've been listening a lot to, I'll put it here. It's probably boring ass songs. Okay, it's piano. Who can I drop that you guys could like? I've been listening to, I could pull my Spotify actually, if you guys are are down for that. You know, but yeah, I could do that. Okay, I see another question from Naman, so I'm gonna go ahead and okay, data flow and implementation. Swift, we're running on Swift here. So if you guys need to download, if you guys are working with iPhone applications, okay, anything that is Apple, Mac OS, right? Even if it's desktop apps for Mac, you guys are going to need, let me just fucking show it here. Extension. You need Swift, okay? You need this extension. Otherwise, it's going to be tough. But anyways, Claude Code is probably going to tell you at some point. Okay, hold on. Section 3, data flow and implementation. Audio buffer, WAV loading. Sure, yeah, 16 kilohertz. Okay, that makes sense. By the way, guys, I'm not technical. I mean, I'm technical, but I'm not a developer. And if you have any questions about anything, like with Claude Code, just ask the freaking question. Like, there's no, on the technical side, there's no unknowns anymore, really. Like, now it's all about the soft skills, about knowing people, about selling, right? If you have selling, I think Mr. Pink is a salesman, right? You sold stuff. If you have what he has, you're doing good. Keep up the stream, such a valuable skill. Yeah, man, thank you. Oh, you're not distracting me, don't worry. But if you need to leave, feel free to leave. No pressure. I'm just chilling. I'm gonna build this anyways. But yeah, valuable skill. Yeah, streams are the future. Streams are the future. That's why I'm hopping in them, seeing what it is about. You know, I think it's great to get closer to you guys as well. So I can't miss that chance. I don't want to be like all the other channels. We're just like talking head tutorials, you know, like, hey, what up? In this video, I am going to show you, you know, freak that. I mean, I do it as well, but I want to switch things a bit. Audio buffer, WAV loading. Error handling, very important, guys. Error handling, yeah? Don't forget that. Do not forget that. Integration to, oh, yeah. Okay, so guys, so doing tests and error handling, okay? And you being involved as well, you being in the loop is super important, okay? So guys, don't forget that. I can't stress enough how shit, sorry if I can use in this word, but how shit applications are if a human is not involved in the testing part, right? As a user, you're using the app. I mean, most of the apps that you're making are made for users, for real humans, right? So you want to have someone, specifically the people or the person that is building the tool, to test it, or have someone else test it for you, right? Because there's just a lot of things in that human layer that agents are going to miss. Like, what happens if you click the button too many times, right? Does the app crash? Okay, so these are things that you guys need to really take care of. Okay, Naman, sorry. I'll come back to what you said. Oh, dude, I'm hating this so much right now. I'm hating this so much. Seriously, okay, so it means that for every few minutes I have to check my OBS to see like what the hell is it doing, because sometimes it just freezes. Okay, so I'll set a mental note for that. Anyways, yeah, that makes sense. I'm just gonna say yes because I have everything set up already here. This took me probably, being realistic with you guys, this took me an hour and a half, you know, to understand like what the project is about. Thanks, Frank. I did set on automation on Instagram, posting gym exercises twice a day. Not getting followers though. According to you, what are indicators to start working on product? Very good question, man. Very good question. So, first of all, don't give up. I don't know how long you've been working it for. I did set up automation. So the first question that I will ask for you, Naman, is how long have you been posting on Instagram for? Have you worked on it for 1 week? How many posts have you made? Right? So only if you make 100 shorts, then you have enough data to see where things are going. okay? Because I have a friend. He's not building an app, but he wants to build a following on Instagram, which is, if you want to sell digital products like guides or whatever in the background, it's the same thing, right? You're pushing people somewhere. But whatever you do, he posted 50 videos or 30 videos, and he was like, dude, like, I'm not seeing any progress. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's because, hold on, check that my OBS is not freezing. Okay. That's because you haven't posted enough. It's not that much volume, man. 30 videos is nothing. Look how much it took me to get to 30, I don't know how, 38 subscribers. No, 38,000 subscribers. It took me 2.5 2 years, something like that. But I'll tell you, if I wanted to grow quicker, I should have done 2 videos a week or 3 videos a week, like all the other people on MySpace, for example. Nate, for example, I had a call with him some time ago. He was like, yeah, I think about ideas in the shower. I'm like, damn. All right, man. Like that's another level of dedication, right? That's real dedication to the game. So yeah, volume, man. Volume, how would I put it? Volume removes doubt. Really. You have to do volume. Like 30 videos is not enough, man. Like the game is getting harder and harder and harder. Like people are hopping in, so you just need to brute force it much more. You need to. So to answer your question, yeah, try different formats. 30 videos is not enough. Get to 100 shorts, okay? And this one is a good one. Copy formats that work. Underrated. I don't know why people don't talk about it enough. Anyways, grab a video that's working well. Just copy the freaking format. Really, do that, and then you can talk to me again. Seriously. But anyways, ask me any questions, Naman. I'm here for a while until I need to leave. Okay, so integration test. Again, display capture. Dude, I'm gonna throw something at the screen, really. Okay, integration tests. Okay, the path is not changing. Run the app or test from Xcode. See the transcript printed in the console. Confirm it sounds. Console, sure. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Full design summarize. Okay. So that's section 3. Okay, so I'm not sure, like, are you writing these sections and then implementing them? Oh, dude, I'm gonna go bonkers, dude. Okay, you know what? Oh, I'm so angry. Why is it not like? Oh, dude. All right. Okay. Dude, like seriously, like every 3 minutes. All right, I mean, now I know for the next one. Okay, are you writing these sections and then implementing them directly? Or are you planning all the way? I need to ask this question because I'm not sure. I was getting distracted by you guys. So, okay. Okay, so this is part of the plan. Okay, here's the process for following. Yes, okay, this is part of the superpower stuff. We're still on step 1. I'm presenting the design section to you to approval before writing anything to code. Write it as a spec. Spec document commit to. Run the agent review loop. Ah, okay, so we're building pretty much all the different sections. that are with the app. Okay, it's slightly different to what I was expecting, but I'm not against it. It's still following the format that I like. So if you go down, design, implementation, build, solid. So no code gets written. Okay, yeah. Spec doc, we're still presenting the design section for you to approval. Yeah, I mean, this is all like strategic stuff. There's no visual stuff. I do want to see some visual stuff though, how the app will look like. So I probably need to do a part 2, or I'll just show you like the end product at the end. But yeah, plan, guys, plan. Very important. Very important. Okay, so anyways, presenting design. Presenting the design section for you to approval. I realize I haven't checked any files because I don't want to bore you guys too much, to be honest. Yes, Naman. Try formats, dude. Try formats. If you've been doing 166 posts with the same format, you haven't put enough effort. That's probably my verdict for that. So, yeah, try different formats. Try formats that are trending. Okay, big one. And copy formats that work, which usually is related to the trending formats. Okay, so you do that. Go to my school community, and then we can talk. We can talk over there. Like, absolutely more than happy to. And I'm gonna leave the link here. I know that you guys might want to. Can I add this? And then pin it. I mean, I can show you as well how to do marketing as well. Like, a lot of people might wanna learn how to do that. I don't know what is the build, like the state of the build with many of you guys. And if you guys want to see more like marketing strategies with AI, all of that, I can do that if you guys want. If you think that's more useful and learning and show you guys how to build proper apps with Claude Code and whatnot, I'm more than happy to do that. It does serve a different audience. It's more like, very like entrepreneurial focused instead of professionals, which, I love teaching professionals because that's the background that I come from. But, I would say that I'm not I'm not a corporate professional anymore. So yeah, marketing. Yeah. Anyways, marketing is important. That's a summary from that. Guard is nil return, idempotent, skip it already. Okay, so they might have listened to me. Fix the source parameter and one add no prepare idempotency. Okay, so I just want to know where would it be possible to visually test the app? Yeah, locally, perhaps the design. Perhaps the design using brainstorming skill using the super. You see how you see, guys, how specific I am as well with how I prompt. You guys need to do that. You guys need to be like very specific, and that comes with some experience. Well, some practice, I would say, like building like some random projects. Pretty much with everything, right? But now in the AI era, you do need some knowledge about something specific, or specifically when you're building about these things, right? You realize that like, there's libraries, you test locally, you have skills, you have plugins, right? So if you're able to, in that sense, be specific with what you're prompting, then it's just gonna go much better because yeah, it's just I mean, the more generic you are with the prompts, the shittier the output is going to be. I think you guys know that's a general rule. So it's important to know a few things about software fundamentals, about AI agent fundamentals as well, and that's what I cover in Agentic Architects anyways. So it's a cohort that I'm launching. It's mainly for the people inside my school community already, but you guys can, if you guys are not yet in my school community, you guys can apply as well. It's basically a bootcamp and inner circle for you guys to just master Claude Code. Because if you master Claude Code, you can do pretty much anything that you want, including all the marketing that I've been telling about and so on. Because you can build whatever tool you want. Obviously, it's best for people that already have some industry skills, industry understanding. And I really push that. So if you have some industry understanding, you understand this industry very well, and all you got to do is just learn how to build, and this is probably very perfect for you. Because if you build but you don't have an understanding of an industry, then pretty much you don't know what to build, basically, right? So yeah. Anyways, please review it. Okay, so we have engine spikes. Okay, so all of that was for just designing the engine spike. You see how much I plan. Okay, I'm probably the person around here in the space that plans the most. I take it seriously, like the Bible. Like, that's how important planning is for me. But anyways, what we're building. So this is something else as well. So for a lot of apps that you guys are going to build, you're going to have stubs. Okay, so stubs are just pieces of code that don't necessarily work, but they give a structure to the code already. And then once you're ready, then you replace it with actual working code that links to your real database and whatnot. Right? So, but it's important to have these stubs. Success criteria: float all your model. Okay, great. It's pausing again, dude. Okay, let me try again. Okay, so I probably need a caller or some sound so that it pings me every time the live just freezes, because otherwise I'm not gonna be. I want to make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. But yes, you can answer this whilst I am. But yeah, guys, any questions, please go ahead, ask me. That the Naman question is very important, and I think it brings up. Okay, again, it paused. That is amazing. Amazing tech. Good job, OBS. Good job. I don't know if you guys are seeing like what I'm seeing, but anyways, can you guys let me know if this will be very helpful for me? Can you guys let me know if the screen freezes? Whenever the screen freezes, I just want to make sure that it's not OBS, or maybe OBS freezes, but the actual live is not freezing. So whenever it freezes, if it does, let me know, and I'll just keep attention to the chat, because that will help me for future streams. I have full context. Multilingual parakeet, okay. Yeah, a lot of tech stuff. Swift, replace to do stubs. Yeah, this is the important thing here. So create, okay, yes. Integration tests, yes, very good. Library speech, no new model, filling it. Yep, okay, amazing. And what did it say here? This is the highest risk, lowest effort. If this fails, we need a different engine before building anything else, right? So you guys see what it actually takes to build a proper app, not just like a 2-page web app where you press a button and then it generates a an image or something. It actually takes effort. Yeah, dude, overnight success is a myth. I think people get confused when they see all these fast-moving videos online. And they're like, oh, yeah, this dude, like, oh, he made it in a year. He built an app to 1 million MRR or 1 million ARR in a year. Or whatever business. It's not even apps, right? I'm just talking about success in general, right? I guess at least financial success. And they accomplish everything in a year, and they're like, oh, yeah, okay. And then you think, oh, man, what am I doing wrong? But then you don't understand that before him building that business, he failed 6 other businesses as well. And maybe if it was his first business and he succeeded, maybe he was working in the industry, in that specific industry, for 5 or 6 years, right? For you to have a shot at great success, I think the easiest path, I don't have to call it easiest path, but I guess the quickest path would be for you to join a Y Combinator startup with funding. So you need a revolutionary idea. But if I'm honest with you, I'm not really looking for that. I don't need to build the ultimate. I just need freedom. I think freedom for me is enough. And I think you can do that with businesses that are already existing, business models that are already existing. And you don't need to invent the next $1 billion thing. Okay, people are like, it's crazy how many people are just focusing on like agents for businesses and the next generation of Claude Code OS. This is the next operating system. All right, dude. Like, I think for these kind of things, you are focusing more on the tech than actually fixing a problem in society or a problem in an industry, right? And I think this is the problem with a lot of people now, is that they focus too much on the tech, which is important. I mean, if I didn't know how to build with Claude Code, I wouldn't be here, right? I wouldn't have built ConvertChat, for example. But that's just a big plus to understanding an industry, right? So that's why when I see people building like, oh, I built my Claude Code operating system, and they either trying to sell your course, right? Which, if the course helps, okay, that's fine, but they're either trying to sell your course, or they think that, tech is everything, and by adding like some technical words like that's going to change anything. But people don't care about that. People are not going to buy your thing based on how much tech or how quick your agents are, or how much context your agents have, or how well they're interconnected with each other, or how what the architecture is. They don't care about none of that shit. What's important is that is it solving enough of a painful problem, right? And are they willing to pay for it? So these are like the main questions that you need to understand. And to know if you're ready to fix a problem like that, are you related to that industry? Do you have some knowledge about that industry, right? So if it's yes, then go ahead. Like, it's gonna be pretty easy. But if not, you're gonna have to understand the industry first. Probably set up an agency, right? I'm not against it. I think agencies are like probably the future now. With all the creation of these apps, people are trying to avoid the hard things. And with so much noise with apps right now, I think we're going back to this. We're going back to, let me rephrase that. So apps are replacing like simple things like, image generation, simple workflows, whatever. But I think there is a new $1 trillion industry coming up, which relates with agents, right? I don't know if the current LLM architecture is going to work. Anyways, I don't want to get too nerdy. Wait, let me option 1. You guys see like how much effort I'm putting. It's funny because I put most of the effort before the live, just in doing the research and understanding like what we need to implement. So it's cool how it's just now I'm just talking to you guys. But you see how it's just like, you see the loop that I'm running right now? The loop that I'm running right now is, okay, let me do that again. Yeah, there you go. The loop that I'm running right now is probably like the most basic thing ever, which is what I love about this. You see, my setup is just VS Code, Claude Code. There's no multiplexer, divide by 5, working on 5 different Claude Code instances. You know what? Screw that. Honestly, I don't know if I can say the F word, but I really want to say it. But you screw that. There's no purpose. I mean, what are you going to do with 5 Claude Code instances, even though if you're working on the same project? Like, first of all, you're going to have, is it pretty likely that you're going to mess up with the context of the project and you're just going to end up building more slop? I assure you that's going to be a big risk. And the second thing is that, I don't know if there's a second thing actually, but that's enough. Yeah. So you see how simple it is, but inside of that, like, I'm running like a very simple loop, which is, okay, I plan at the start. I plan the project at the start. Right? So if I go and let's pull out some notes, my really beautiful notepad. All right. Good evening, Frank. All right, so very easy. So this is my current process. My process. Frank process. I don't know if you guys can see, it's so small. But yeah, anyways. So plan the whole project in batches. What else? Set the project scaffold. And when I say the project scaffold, I mean everything. Either the agent, like the Claude MD files, the Scratchpad MD, whatever. By the way, I have a lot of resources in my free school community, so go ahead and test that out. But yeah, so the project scaffold. Now, start with the first batch. And within this first batch, right, within that first batch, then you brainstorm. Design, you do the design. Pretty much the main thing is the design, and just do overall research, docs if you need. Then you present the specifications, approve that, whatever. Then it's the implementation plan. And then actually implement. And then you do that for all batches. Oh, actually implement, then we test. Don't forget to test. And then, well, automated tests, right? Then we have what is the automated test? Then human testing, if applicable, right? I can drop this in the school community if you guys want. But I have a whole freaking, I made already PDF inside there. Human testing if applicable. And then you log it. Yeah, I'll show you. It's pretty cool what I have. Log it and ship it. Ship it to at least, production, or ideally you have a staging. If you guys have any questions about this, let me know, because I know it can be a bit technical. So let me know. But that's the process that I follow right now. Ship it, staging, and maybe further testing if you have staging branch. Make sure everything works a second time. And then once everything is working, and then you ship it to production. This is my ideal setup. And then move on to next batch and loop this MF. You know what MF stands for? I don't want to get kicked out of YouTube, but MF, yes. Mother, and then I'll have you fill that. Yes, I'll be filling the rest. But yeah, this is pretty much the whole process I follow. Anyways, back to this. Okay, what's going on? So, sub-agent driven development. I love sub-agent driven development. Sub-agent, why all in uppercase? Good question, man. It's funny how my brain works. My brain thought that it would be more visible if it was in uppercase. I know it's only like a very small pixel difference, but I thought like if I put it a bit larger, you guys could see it because it looks pretty small for me in the preview. So obviously I want to make sure you guys see it. But yeah, I mean, if you want me to put it on the school community, I'll drop the school community link. New architects, if you guys are not in, I'll delete this bad boy over here because we're live already. Actually, I'll put it here. I'm live. Join with the link. And what's the link? I'm so bad at this stuff. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm an old dude. I'm 26, but I feel so old sometimes. I'm live. Join with the link. YouTube live. Join. Let's chat. All right. Anyways, I saw a message. Did you get a chance to try Fable 5 Unfortunately they turn off? So what is this fluid engine do that you're building? Fluid engine. Good question, dude. So I think fluid engine is, let me see. It seems like it's a little harness to put in the model so that we can process audio. We can process the audio. So I think it's either a library. Sounds like it's a library to package the model. So Parakeet TD-TB3. It seems like it's that. So I think it's a bit of code probably. And if not, it's the model itself. But I could be wrong, because obviously I'm not a implement the real developer. Implement the real fluid audio engine. Fluid audio converter. So yeah, it seems like a library. If you know you guys are wondering. Search it up. Claude, what the hell is a fluid audio engine? But you know, probably Claude code is better than that. Private helper and fluid audio engine buffer audio imports. Let's ask. All right, Claude. Now you got me curious, now, man. Now you got me curious. All right, let's set it up. What is fluid audio engine? I'm an engineer, to be honest, so I'm always like asking myself like stupid questions. I mean, it's not a stupid question, but I'm saying like, you know, I'm very curious as well. So. Oh, dude, again. All right, sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, whenever... Okay, please, guys. I know Naman has been helping me. But if you guys see my screen freeze, please let me know. Because if it keeps freezing, I'm going to build my own recording tool for streams. Because this is unacceptable. At least, you know... Yeah, so I am your age. Oh yeah, nice, amazing. So we're both 26. Getting old, dude. Getting old. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling old. I should have 1 million. I should have 10 million by now. But I don't. But it's fine. As long as we're enjoying the journey, that's all that matters. Let's not add a monetary goal to all of this. I think go where your curiosity drives you, and everything is going to sort out by itself. But anyways, can you explain harness? Yes, of course. Yeah, so harness is a mixture of system prompts. So, okay, so a harness is essentially anything that you can add onto the language model to guide it to do whatever you need. And I'm gonna try this face only thing. Let's see if that works. Wait, I need to see it on my preview. I'm gonna explain you what harness is on the big screen. If it works. Give me a second. It loads. I just want to see. There's some lag you guys need to understand with lives, lives. So yeah, guys, remember that. Average view duration is 4 minutes. Oh, great. Okay, I'm gonna explain anyways, and just I don't know if it's gonna show, but okay. So a harness is essentially anything that you can do to the language model, in this case to the coding agent, to guide it to do what you want. So in the background, Claude Code in itself is a harness. It's a software, okay, put on top of an LLM, and it's kind of guiding it to do exactly what you need. So whenever you see the model thinking about, you know how you see the model like doing its own plans, generating the front end, doing it, all of these things that you're not really asking it. It can be either a collection or a combination of code, okay, of prompts, system prompts as well, and files as well. But it all comes down to, I mean, if you see it from a like base level, all that you can pass onto an LLM is prompts. So to answer your question, basically, yes, it's harness is essentially a collection of prompts that you feed in the background on a language model to stir it towards a certain direction to meet your goals, right? So all these plugins, for example, so the superpowers plugin that I have, that I'm using, right? That it helps with software development. It just makes it much easier. It's just a collection of software, it's a collection of system prompts that it's feeding automatically in the background to make it work a certain way so that it develops my databases properly and all that. So many things can be harnesses if you think about it, right? So yeah, to summarize, yes, it's essentially a system prompt, a collection of system prompts, put in a certain order. Okay, and depending on the scenario, right? Depending on the use case, you are going to be presented, or the software in the background is going to present the LLM with different system prompts, so that it guides it wherever it needs to, right? So it's through system prompts, it's giving the LLM, like we are controlling the LLM to guide it whenever we need to. So that's a harness. Okay. Yes. Why not Flutter or React Native to target both iOS and Android platform? Yeah, I actually had a discussion with this. Let me go back to the screen. So why not React Native to target both iOS and Android platform? I was researching with Claude Code, and I want to implement some features that are better to implement with Xcode. And Swift. So it's a bit tedious, but what I'll probably end up doing is that I'll develop the app on Xcode just to give like the absolute best experience for Mac. And then there's also certain libraries that work best if you develop on Swift. At least from the research that I've done. I could be like completely wrong. But I've tried building a prototype with using React Native actually. And the experience wasn't really like that good. I just want to see like what limits I can push to make the app look amazing and feel amazing with the Mac OS, with using it myself, because I use a Mac. So yeah, I want to see like what is the best I can push for this app. Why? That's just me personally. I could build a normal looking app if I use React Native, but as I said, there's certain libraries that really push that experience much further with Swift. Then again, I'm not a developer, so feel free to give me arguments against anything that I said, of course. but that's what I understood so far, right? Again, if freezing, I mean, come on, man. You're freezing. Dude. Okay, we're back. So what I'm going to do, which is much more effort, but I think is going to result in a better experience, is, to answer your question about what I'm doing next, Naman, is to build first a full Swift application, because I'll probably use it myself. And then for Windows, I'll build it using probably React Native or whatever library is best for, whatever framework is best for Windows specifically. It's not freezing. Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. That helps a lot. Okay, I'll just stop fiddling with I'll stop fiddling with YouTube. OBS, sorry, OBS. I called it Yap as well. Mike, where are you from? I'm just curious. Mill Mike, are you from the US by any chance? I have a lot of people from the US coming lately. Okay, wrap the Fluid Audio SDK specifically with Parakeet running by CoreML. We're using Apple's neural engine. So with React Native, we're not able to touch on Apple's neural engine, which gives that extra, again, just to add on top of what you said, Naman. This is pretty much the reason why I'm doing Swift, right? Fully local, haha, yes, that's what I want. Give it to me. Downloads. Germany, okay, nice. Europe, amazing. I've been to Munich. I've been to Bad Tolz. I'll write it here for you. I don't know if you heard of it. I've been to Leipzig as well. Obviously, Leipzig is a lake, I know that. But yeah, I love Germany. Germany is amazing. I need to go back. Let's see when Oktoberfest hits. Maybe this October. I've never been. Yap. Sure. I don't know what you're accessing my folder for, but I just gave it a bit of a blind one there. Transcribe. Sure. Performance. 0.5 seconds per minute of audio of Apple Silicon. We're using Apple Silicon specifically, so I want to make the best app for Silicon. It's a core piece that makes Yap work without a cloud API. Aha. Sure, okay. Show me, I don't want to know about the transcription name protocol. Yeah, I mean, if I go to yeah, I mean, if I go to Oktoberfest, I'll definitely let you know, Mike. Hop in the school community. We might organize something. Also provide to convert WAV files. That's one model convert piece. Why do I want to know about the transcription engine protocol? I really don't know that. Yes, so Naman, what I'm building is a transcription tool. I mean, a voice dictation app. So basically, WhisperFlow. I'm building this. The reason being is because I just don't like how you have to pay every month for a dictation app. Honestly, I don't like it. This one is for Mac OS as well. You see, they don't like Windows users, man. They don't like Windows users. Oh, my bad though. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, okay. It's still going. I thought this was the main build. That's how dedicated I am to the chat. I forget I forget what I'm building. Okay, anyways. So Fluid Audio Engine, to answer you, I don't know who asked me this, is Yap's default on-device transcription engine. So this is what it does. Feel free to just read it, but I'm not gonna read it. Can I attach a screenshot here? I can do a poll. Lol. XD. Oh my god, I'm so old. What could I ask you guys? I just want to try the poll out. Pizza and pineapple? Such a stupid question. Yes. No. Start a poll. Hey, hold up. Wait, I'm gonna... Ha! That's funny, man. I dropped a poll. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much an introverted as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love my home. I love just being here and building and just working on my business. But I thought it was like a prime experience in Germany, so might as well just visit. But yeah, I bet it's loud as hell for sure. The corp. Okay, anyways, let's go back to the build, guys. Back on task. Waiting on you. 9 comments ahead of remote. What was built? Completes. Sure. Model cache locally. Okay, cool. Transcription complete. This is where your app starts listening to actual 1-2 procedure. You want to test anything first. Okay. So what is it that we can test? And have you made sure you have built automated tests for step 1 and any recent batches? What I usually do as well when I'm done is like I do log and ship. This is something that I built on a previous video as well. It's not a loop, it's not a hook. It's literally a prompt inside a command. It's called a command, I think. So instead of writing all the time, I don't like hooks. Honestly, I used to have a few good hooks, but I stopped using it because I think I'm building different things at times, and hooks are built, I think for me, are made for specific use cases, and I don't want to be too restricted. So the only harnesses that I put myself are these commands, which are pre-built loops. I mean, pre-built, how do you call it? Pre-built prompts. So loop in the background is not, sorry, I need some food. Log is literally a prompt that says, okay, grab everything that we have done so far, something like this. Okay, not exactly, but grab whatever we've done and note it down on activity.md and scratchpad.md. So you see here, we are logging in sessions. I know that I'm not, you probably guys can see, but I just want to make sure, because this is important. You see here, we've been recording the sessions. Session 1, just one session, you see? So we're going to be stacking up sessions here, and this is great for the agents to just keep track of whatever we're doing, because otherwise you're just going to go into a new session and going to be like, oh, what the freak happened, right? Yeah, I think I explained what I'm building, Naman, but feel free to ask me again, no problem. Okay, anyways, open Xcode. Yo! Okay, what you could test manually. Let's know visually step 1 is engine only, sure. Okay, let's open Xcode. Let's do it. All right. Okay. WatchOS simulator. iOS, probably iOS simulator. Simulating what? You see, this is where I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I think it's just opening an existing project. I'm just opening YAP, and maybe I can just test it inside here. Probably there's a play button. Yes. I guess right. Guys, give me a pat on the back. What the hell is this Paul? It just says, oh, okay. Pizza and pineapple. I'm just gonna confirm. I don't want to screw anything up. But, dude, I love Mac. Seriously, Mac is great. I used to hate Mac so much. but I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. Automated tested prove it works. Should we trust the Claude Code chat that the manual, that the automated tests prove it works? I'm very skeptical. I'm gonna test it. Freak it. Freak it. F-E-U-C-K it. I think this is great. I might do more streams, to be honest. I'm enjoying it. And it helps me focus as well with work, so that's nice. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. So what do you mean indexing? I'll just pay. Oh, it's built. Okay, sure. Build succeeded. And then we hit play again. So there's a terminal, I guess, here. Right. This is the first time I'm opening Xcode, guys. One thing I usually do is ask Claude to create an animated HTML version of complicated MD docs. Visual reference. Oh, 100%, dude. I think you're spot on, man. You're spot on. So, yes. So there's actually like a mode on, dude, now man, if you don't have superpowers, Brainstorm, superpowers plugin, download it, dude. Oh, it's amazing. So I'm gonna show you an app that I built, or a platform that I built. Look at this. Look at this bad boy, man. It's a full production app. By the way, it has its all login routes, it has everything. But you can discover communities. You can click. It's literally like, well, the aim is to have a better version of school. I want to host my own communities in here. And there's a classroom section, and you go in here and you can, put your lesson notes, worksheet, resources. I'm trying to add like more features. Lesson 2 as well. You can mark complete. Oh, it has a lot of stuff. We have events. I'm nearly done with it. You can search. Oh, you can't search yet. But yeah, sorry, what was I saying? Yes, so for all these, especially for like complex web applications like these, where taste matters a lot, and you heard me, taste is probably one of the best things you can develop in terms of taste. Skills, in terms of skills. Yes, it's so one of the best things you can do is, as you said, I ask superpowers. Well, I ask Claude Code to use the brainstorming skill, and I should probably make that a command now that you tell me. So good shout, man. And I tell it to, before we implement anything, show me visually how this is going to look like. But yes. I mean, even not only for UI, also for like planning stuff moving on. I've used it as I used it a lot. Agreed, man. Now, man, you're the GOAT. I've agreed. Build succeeded. Logs. Go variables. You know what, guys? I'm not gonna waste you guys' time. So I could learn how this works, but I'm not going to now. Oh, of course, Command-Shift-C. I'm learning as I go. That's hilarious, dude. Let's Command-Shift-C. Oh, S not. There you go. Okay, so I'm probably gonna give up with this. Logs. This sounds like logs. Log. Okay, testing. Oh, so this is just for the builds to make sure that okay. Well, let's keep going. More stuff. Answer Naman. Great, amazing. I was forced to use Mac at my previous workplace. Now I love it, and I use Mac also at home. Yeah, literally the same thing, man. The same thing. They gave me a Mac at my workplace. I had one at my first job. Ooh, Ooh, you see. Brainstorming skill, guys. Oh no. Okay. Let me okay. We're using brainstorming skill now. Hopefully. But yeah, so what are you saying? I was forced to use Mac on my previous workplace now. Yeah, dude, the same shit as well. I remember, yeah, when we see my first Mac, I was like, yeah, what the hell is this? I wasn't feeling it, man. I wasn't feeling the Mac, to be honest. I was just like, why is this so vanilla? Everything's so vanilla. I was used to like Android. I was used to, feeling like a hacker, like I felt like I had so much freedom with the Android tools and Windows. You could do so much things. You had so much freedom. But then like with so much freedom, you end up realizing that you don't need that many options. All you need is just for things to be intuitive and quick and or reliable, I guess, to a certain extent, but mostly quick and for the flow, for your work to flow easy. And that helps by having a very simple UI, very simple clean interface, and that's what Mac has done like very, very good. So yeah. So yeah, I understand your pain though, Mike. Has no hotkey, so the first question is about how you trigger the recording for this test. App starts recording 5 seconds automatically. Press enter in the terminal. Simplest to will and test on interaction. Sure. Okay. Let's do that. So, hey. It's so funny how most of my usually I spend more time like reading it, but obviously I don't want to bore you guys too much. So so yeah. Usually like I ask questions or I like, oh well, what does this about option A mean and whatever, but I don't want to bore you guys. You see how many questions? This is guys, this is the boring part that nobody shows you. Just FYI. But it's so important. Good now, where should this live? How do we run the mic integration test with time recording? I'll add a test. Sure. Sure. You can run it from Xcode, which handles the permission problem. I don't fully understand Xcode, so I'll need to wire it into the app and launch. What if yeah, okay. I think keeps the direction clear, easy to rerun. Test requires human interaction. You need to speak. Oh damn, I need to speak. That's very extrovert for me. Okay, temporary code in the app that needs to be removed later. Right, yeah, nope. I don't want that. Whatever is like extra code, if it's not needed, usually I just don't. I don't do that, man. Extra target maintain. Hey, hands down. Hey, you gotta be selective, man, about your options. You gotta think about it. It's like, oh, okay, so I tend to go biased with if it adds code that's unnecessary later. I tend to not want to do that route because sometimes you don't get to delete the whole thing and then it comes and bites your ass later on in production. You're like, oh, this remaining piece of code that was linked to part of the database or part of some other logic, and then you're cooked pretty much. And sometimes you don't even know the reason why you're cooked, especially if you're not a developer like me. Design. What are we building? Implement audio recording, recording audio. Yes. Sure. Audio recorder, coaches mic audio. Sure. Transcript or just spoken words and printed in Xcode console. 1 hour 50. Existing test still pass. Human test. Does it print your words? Sure. Yes, looks right. Let me know when I should speak. Or give me a, how'd you call it? Well, time instruction in terminal if you need to. Great. Let's say, guys, feel free to. I'm looking at the chat, but yeah, I answered you guys. Thanks for hopping by the way. It's amazing to chat to people. I didn't know I was gonna receive people on my live, on my first live. So I'm always happy. I feel like, you know how I feel? I feel like those Twitch streamers that have like no viewers or no followers or no nothing. And one of them pops by and they're like, "Oh shit. Thanks for the one gifted," or whatever that means. I feel like that. Like, damn guys, thanks for, I do appreciate you guys. I really do. It's amazing. But yeah, it's so funny. Good point. We get, yes, okay, you see, making the testers live easier. In the console, then after say done transcribing, sure. Yep, replacing stubs tends to be a bit tricky, but we can do it. Modify, print transcript, 2 files, recorded query squash. See where the test is spike validation. 2 files. Okay, so yeah, I mean we're at the base of it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Use Control Command Shift 4. Select the area screenshot is copied directly into clipboard. Okay, well, Naman, what do you like? I know how to Control Command Shift. Yes, you're telling me to screenshot directly to clipboard and paste it onto Claude then. But what do you want me to screenshot onto Claude? Like, I know how to screenshot, but I'm wondering, like, what do you want me to add on there? Yeah, if you can just answer me that. Audio recorder intervals for my version audio recorder, Joe. This is already specified in architecture. macOS will show the app already has entitlement, so prompt will appear automatically. No extra code need for this spike. Begins mic, stops capture. Yeah, I've already played around with not Swift, but I already did React Native voice tools. I was building a really cool tool though, but Claude already built it. It was that that assistant that's on the screen, and it tells you where to click. That's already getting built. So I was building that with the previous co-founder. But you see how quick that space is moving. There's so many like big guys already wanted to build that with a lot of funding. So I was like, I don't enjoy it that much. I mean, it's cool, but I think I'm the indicated one for that. That's what I mean. Like, you gotta understand in the industry first and see where you have like your edge. Anyways, but yeah, what do you want me to screenshot? Is already specified. Sure. Yeah, I mean, this is for testing still, so let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Speak now, audio recorder. This is a plugin from which we don't have to drag and drop screenshot. Yeah, for sure. But basically, Naman, I basically don't understand why do you want me to screenshot. Like, I don't want. What do you want me to screenshot into Claude, or are you just telling me about screenshotting and how nice it is? Just want to clarify that. But yes, I'm reading your message. Other tips and tricks they usually used for working with Claude Code. So what can I tell you? Yeah, I mean, when working with Claude Code, you don't want to listen to 90% of people that talk about Claude Code. That's the first tip. That is the first tip. Because they overcomplicate things, man. That's what I've seen. I've tried all these different like productivity hacks with coding, more efficiently or quicker, adding multiple terminals with Claude Code and all that, but it just ends up slowing me down, really. Slowing me down and building slop code, right? Maybe I'm not using it properly. I could be wrong, but I just like simplicity. So when it comes to tips or tricks, it's setting up an activity markdown file, setting up a scratchpad file so that you don't lose track of progress, first of all. Adding sub agents is probably one other big one. It's a big tip, dude. And using the superpower skill, probably the biggest tip that you can take out of this is using the superpower skill. Audio recorder, record 5 seconds of your voice. Sure, that's what I expect. But anyways, yeah, superpowers plugin. Download it straight away. Install it globally for all your VS Code projects or all your IDE projects, okay? Whenever you launch Claude, launch superpowers as well. And use the brainstorming skill, okay? Another tip that I can give you, dude, is test things yourself. Don't rely fully on Claude to test stuff for you. You need to become a really good QA guy, right? Check the quality of things that are good. Make sure that there's no idempotency, okay? Whenever you click, make sure that if you click repeatedly, it doesn't break the tool. Develop some sort of design and testing intuition. I think this is going to help you build a tool that's different to all the AI slop that's out there, right? And also going to help you capture like mistakes that agents can miss, right? Because agents are statistical machines, right? They can get things right to a high percent, but there's always going to be some errors. And there might be some errors that you don't catch. But you can at least as a user, you're not going to be able to see these errors if you test it, okay? So those are the biggest tips that I can give you, honestly. And I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick. Literally give me 15 seconds. I'll be back. Thank you. And obviously I am going to mute myself because otherwise you're going to hear me. All right, dudes. What's up? All right, so should we put some music, lads? We might want to put some music. Why not? Why the hell not? Let's put some music. What are you guys into? Ultra think, use multiple agents, and debate everything we've done so far. Helps Claude review and challenge the approach before finalizing. Yes, dude. Yeah, I agree with... I mean, using multiple agents, dude. Using multiple agents, Claude is already doing that. Claude is already doing that by default. But yes, if I had to add on that, it would be set up the different sub agents and understand which ones you should add. So usually they are the same ones always. So QA agent, usually research, integration, UI design, database. If you have database, this one is more of a transient tool. So there's not a lot of database objects. But Ultrathink, yes, for like the entire plan for the overall project and just the planning phase. Yes, I agree. Multiple agents, Claude is doing that already, like automatically, kind of. But as I said, on top of that, build the right markdown files for all the different agents and debate everything we've done so far. Yes, very important, very important. So I tend to do that at the end of every feature. So first of all, I log it and I ship it. And whenever I forget where we are, usually when I forget, but I think it's helpful for the agents as well. Yeah, it's to, yeah. Hey, summarize me what we've done and what we have next, right? What we've done, where we at, what we just finished right now, and what do we have next to get to MVP stage at least, right? Live capture design. So right here. So you see we're creating these specs here. Okay, so code specific stuff, emojis, print statements, so the prompts stand out in Xcode console. Oh, okay. Okay, just before we continue, can we how Whisper flow works and if we are following a similar approach to how architecture the models. Right, so no viewers right now. That is completely fine. As I said, I need to build this anyway, so no problemo. And I know that a lot of people are going to be watching the recording because it was a very last second thing, so no problemo either. And yeah. Oh yeah, I do. So, oh, okay, it said there was 0 viewers, but Naman, thanks. You're here still. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, dude. So, is it going to be open source? Depends, dude. Depends. So, you know what? I might make it open source. I'm just thinking like I'll just do all the work in the background. Or we can talk privately in school about it if you want. I don't know if you're a developer, Naman, but I will definitely love to chat with you. So let's join my school community, and there's a DM section. So let's chat through there, and I'll discuss the open source stuff with you. Okay. I think this is a good discussion to have separately, but I'll think about it. So yeah, I mean the idea was to have it as a package. It's a one payment package because obviously I'm putting effort to this. I'm putting my own time. I would say it's my time is worth a decent amount at this point. If you told me like maybe 6 years ago, I'll probably made it open source, or even a bit less, maybe 4 years ago. But I'm putting my time onto this, and I'm putting my effort actually. Like it's I need to do a lot of reviews. I need to do a lot of testing. So what I'll probably do is I'll set this up as a one-time payment, just for the time that I put. But I'm not gonna set up any monthly stuff, right? This is what I am going to provide in terms of value. Like you pay one time, and that's it, dude. Then you can use it for life. It's yours. You keep it. Because I know there's some people that might not want to have this. Also, this is one other thing as well. With open source, you somewhat have to be a bit technical. So yeah, there's the people that just want to install it and just get on with it. So I think for now, I'm just gonna do the one-time package thing. And then if I see that, people like you and whatnot want to improve on it and whatnot, and I see like some discussion topics in school or on YouTube here, you guys wanna, I'll probably do open source again. I'll do open source and then we can all improve on it, right? And make it the best transcription, voice detection tool ever. That'll be a great goal, dude. But yeah, so one-time package, and I'm more than happy to chat with you on school about this if you want to contribute. But yeah, dude, I just don't like monthly plans. I'm not a big fan of monthly plans. I like either free or just a one-time payment. Big fan of that stuff. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, dude. But yeah, good question, dude. Good question. It's good to bring these things up, to be transparent. Yeah, dude. Good questions, man. You are carrying this. You're carrying up this live. So I appreciate you, dude. I might have to send you this in the background, this open source, access to the repo. But yeah. Let's see. We're doing a little research on the WhisperFlow architecture. I want to make sure that we are going on the right path. Just to make sure that Claude is not making stuff out from his ass, his or her. I don't know if what is Claude? Is it a her or him? It's probably a him because it makes a lot of stupid mistakes. But yeah. Oh, you can do emojis. That's kind of cool. Look at that. They should put more emojis, man. They should put more emojis. Man, if I own YouTube, I'll put the stupidest emojis. I think you can. I think what was it? What was I saying, man? Oh yeah, the emojis. Yeah, so I would love to have like I think they do this in school, on lives on school, which I like. It's a great feature that they have, which is that they're just sometimes like autistic with it. They put like stickers as like how you can put hearts and emojis. So they add stickers as reactions as well. So you can put like custom reactions, like that cat that is enjoying the music. It has his eyes closed. So it has one of those. And you can add all these I think, make the app fun. I think that's what people are forgetting, at least for consumer apps. Like, make it fun, dude. Make it fun. Make it fun, build a community around it. I think that's what school is doing so good. Even though the app is trashing itself, I know there's a lot of architecture decisions in the background and a big team. Obviously, on the back end, I can't imagine, how tough it is because of the traffic. Ah, Electron. It was Electron, dude. Of course. Okay. Dude, I forgot about Electron. That's what I've been using. How Yap compares, we're doing the same things right. If I'm honest mistake, I should have, compared more of the architecture in the background for WhisperFlow. I completely forgot that, I used to build on Electron as well. Electron is great. Okay, but let's see what WhisperFlow's biggest vulnerability is. I want to know about that. Obviously, we're not gonna build. Well, we actually don't know. We're not gonna build a multi-billion-dollar from this vulnerability, but let's see what Claude has to say. They were caught in taking screenshots and sending them to cloud servers. A developer exposed them. They banned him, and they had to apologize. Their context awareness still up slow to plus their build on Electron because the bug. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, dude. Like, Why are you? Thank you, Julio. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. I love to see these messages. It helps me move forward, man. So appreciate it, dude. Any questions if you have, Julio? Happy to answer them. Any piece of advice that I can give? That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so basically, Cloud Code has shown. Ooh, Whisperflow doesn't work fully offline. Well, that's good. Like, infrastructure-wise, like that's a good plus for us. Because let's say that I'm on an airplane and I don't know, I'm doing something that doesn't require internet. This is great. I don't want to have to rely fully on, So as long as I'm able to, it's going to take a lot of work, but as long as I'm going to be able to build a equivalent version for Windows, like basically what I'm doing here with the app is that this is fully optimized for the Mac OS experience, for the Apple experience. That's what Whisperflow is not doing with Electron. Electron is a cross-platform library. This has advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, it's cross-platform, so you can do it. You can build it on different operating systems pretty easily. But I think Electron doesn't have to do with it working offline or not. I think these are different things, right? Okay, so regarding pros and cons, maybe I should have built an Electron, honestly, but I'm just hoping that we get a better experience by using Swift. What we could learn from them later. LLM cleanup pass. Easy, bro. We can build this easily, bro. It's just a bit of code. Could use, yeah, command mode. Make this more professional. Command mode. Okay. Don't mind. I don't care. Snippet voice triggers that yes. Ooh, amazing. Custom voc, yes. Okay, so one question. What advantages does Yap have? Do it again. What advantages does Yap have with using native Swift? It's gonna be a lot of effort then to keep it up with native Swift that I hope there's a reason to keep going, honestly. So let's do advantages and disadvantages. I don't want to be biased, dude. Okay, 2 hours, 13 minutes, right? I can set a goal. Nah, I don't want to make you guys pay. So I'm checking this. There's like settings for super chat goals. Nah, bro. Ooh, I can make you guys pay. How cool that is. $100? Who's gonna give me $100? No one's gonna give me $100. Sorry. Streams are cool. I mean, it would be cool to see like maybe 100 dudes. Oh, and girls, I guess, if girls want to join. But yeah, 100 people. That'd be cool for like a goal for like concurrent viewers, I guess, or whatever. Performance and reliability, hockey handling runs. Hockey handling run, no IPC race condition with electro architecture caused. Not a big deal, honestly. Not a big advantage, if I'm honest. Ooh, holy fuck. Oops, holy F word, I guess. That's a big round difference. Calling runtime medium. Sure. Disables library validation, allows technical stuff that I think don't matter too much. Okay. Ooh, yes. You know, the experience is sometimes makes a lot. Tiny app size is the launch. Meh. All right. Okay, this could be the model, depending on how big the model is. Not a web page in a wrapper. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll build them an action app later. No problem. Pretty easy. Yap is only... I don't care. Yeah, that's fine. There are also tools that can convert. There's also tools that can convert code into Electron in this case. I don't know how reliable they are, but that's right. Development speed. Web developers are more abundant. That's sure. Just learn how to use Claude. Electron apps iterate faster on UI. Sure. Sure. I mean, the only real cost is not Windows. So yeah, this lines up. Yeah, cool. Anyways, so your question, Naman. If it works locally, then using it on multiple devices won't be possible. Yeah, maybe import export DB to another machine. Thoughts on it? Maybe import export DB. Yeah, I mean, interesting question. So, yeah, I guess I never intended to have it using on multiple devices, but it's a good concern that you're raising here. So I guess multiple devices, you mean either multiple multiple laptops, which is unlikely unless you have a lot of money. And maybe, yeah, I mean, I just have, or just like spending money on different laptops. At least in this case, it will be multiple MacBooks, I guess. Or you mean maybe like using a phone? If it's iPhone, it can be used. So I'll need to upload to the App Store. Okay, so probably what I'll end up doing, Naman, is I'll probably build it for Swift. Just make sure the iOS experience is like the best one possible. And then I will try to grab as much context as I can using markdown files and maybe code. Maybe I'll use a tool that is able to translate to Electron code, although I'll probably not do that, but I'll just grab enough context and then build an Electron app with that. So that then I'm able to, so I'll have like the option for an Electron app or full Swift app. And then I'll probably make a landing page with either download it for macOS or download it for Swift. What is the issue with this, dude? Is that, you know, there's more maintenance, of course. There's two separate code bases to keep up with. So maybe having making it open source might be a better solution for later on. So, Naman, I am agreeing with many things with you here. But maybe import export DB to another machine. I don't know. I don't know what that is going to. Okay, I know what you mean. We would need the easiest way for that, I believe, would be to give it some sort of gateway by connecting it online and then be able to pass data from one local device to another, right? So we'll need some sort of online connection or some sort of online migration as part of my app. Um, is this needed at this point? No, because I think most people just have one desktop device. So we're accounting for a little piece of the population. And anyways, who wants normally, yeah, you need to think about like how big is the need to have consistent data across multiple devices if most people just have one laptop that they mainly work on, right? Maybe you have a work laptop and a local and a personal laptop, maybe. But it doesn't need to be the case. Okay. Dude, doing a stream is I just can't imagine like people doing like how is it? Doing like all these like on Twitch or on Kick, they do like these really long live streams, dude, where they're talking all the time. I know the future is going towards that direction, but Jesus Christ, man. Like that's a long like people doing it for like 24 hours. Like damn. Right? However money I'm getting paid, like I guess that's good. That's worth like, well deserved money, man. Like it's sitting down for so long. I mean, if obviously if in the stream I'm not in the stream for like 3 hours, people are gonna drop, So you want to be present. So you see how I have a review agent here. So this is because it's one of these for sure, QA agent. It probably has some system agents as well that I'm not seeing. These are mine, but therefore I'm sure there are some standard ones as well. But yeah, let me put some music. Oh, that cool. I don't know what music you guys listen to, but I have some. Let's put some Japanese music. All right, I can put Dude, I can go back in my. Let's see what I have. I'll pull out some songs, man. The problem is that I don't know. I have so many songs, dude. What can I find? Okay, we are putting the agents to work. Ooh, I found one. And I don't want to embarrass myself yet. It's only my first stream. I want to make sure I put something that you can't go wrong with Japanese songs, though. I'm sure about that. That's what I'm looking for right now. Or classic music. Wow. I gotta work on converge maybe as well. I want it. I don't need it. You can train it as well. You can train them all. Pretty cool. Okay, we're like, we're not having any work. Hey, yo, what? Wait, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Okay. Let's go generate. Sure. I didn't run the mic test. I didn't run it yet, so I hope you don't take it. Okay, great. I didn't run any mic tests yet. Okay, you see Plan Reviewer. Oh, I love Superpowers plugin. Guys, you better download the Superpowers plugin. Otherwise, I will be very mad. I will get very mad. You better do that. Ooh, I found a good song though. I've used the Superpowers plugin so much that it knows exactly what I need or what I want. Agentic workers. Oh, amazing. It just does already like subagent and executing plans or whatever. It's getting so easy to build that definitely the differentiator now is going to be building a personal brand and knowing how to do marketing and sales, literally. The guy you should look into Hicksfield, how to make creatives with all that. I think that's where the wave is right now. But knowing how to use Claude as well is so underrated as well, dude. No one knows how to, well, a lot of people don't know how to do it properly. At least they build potatoes. Execution. So this is the live capture. Okay, so where can I start testing? Oh, can you see this? Red wine. When can I start testing? We're gonna start testing the desktop app minimally with the sound. Usually the start is always like this, it's so slow. So I might have to do a second one or show you how I'm working with ConvertChat maybe. But I'll see. Desktop minimally with the sound. Mic as well, etc. Oh. So what do we know? This is where you test. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's happening in this batch. Pretty nice. Eyes.
Man, I already done told you I'm so fly like pie. Nah, that girl looking so nice. I gave her D, she ride me like bye. And I might call like Mike. Wait, grind like I skate. I make the pounds inflate. Wait, as of late I race, hating niggas from my space. I'd never stay in my lane, I'm doing best shit but I'm winning the race. Man, I'm so old school, I should have been born in 1988. 2019 still killing the shit, I had to say it just in case.
Who is this geezer? Who is this dude? Who is this dude? But yeah, I'm the guy that can teach you this boot camp. So be ready to go through some pain and some results as well. Anyways, let's go back. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna finish, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna finish. Obviously, like, I'm building it properly. But yeah, it's I did chat at some points as well. But let's see the progress. so far. We've done a decent amount. I mean, it's a, you might think like a dictation tool is relatively easy. Sure, it is easy if you use, use Whisper model, but if you want to build a proper like Swift app through Xcode, yeah, it does need some thought. If you want to build a proper app that people want to use, you need to put some love to your app, man. You put some love and some thought. If you're just gonna use it yourself, sure. Just add a whatever basic Electron overlay and just use it yourself. That's what I had actually. You guys want to see it? I have, let me see, a couple of active projects here. So the transcription tool. I don't even know, dude. Oh, not that. Transcription tool. Transcription tool. This is wait, what? What do we have? This is not it. Nope. Where's my new Claude? What? What's this workspace? Oh, my bad. That was this one. This is Telit video recording tool I'm working on. So what then? Should I open this one? Sure, let's open this one. And from here we can new window. Let's open a new window and let's open. How much can I show for this? I'm just gonna, oh, there you go. Okay, just quickly, sorry guys, I'm just going to, there might be some projects that I might not want to show. So I'm looking for transcription tool. There you go. There you go. So I'm just gonna run this. One moment. Oh, my bad. Let's see. You guys want the music, by the way? I can put the music. I can put some music if you guys want. But this was the what the hell is this? Clarity? Nope. Electron. See, this was an Electron app that I built. Let's run clock up quickly. I forgot to run this. I know you have like a local server. Where do I run the app from? You guys can see. How's this going? Yeah. And by the way, like I don't like having multiple, like if it's just like general doubts about like, what is Fluid Audio Engine, whatever, or what is the general status of the project, all that. I like it, but I like to use like one session for like most of the project if possible. Cause yeah, I feel like the context just follows through. Sure, it gets compacted, but it's just nice to have. I might be completely wrong. I know the best practices are more about whenever like we are a bit bloated with the context, whatever, we just add a new session, which I could agree with. I just used to it. So I think the best way is just whatever you're used to. No, I mean run the app from the terminal. Remember guys, I'm not a developer. I know that I have to run it. I don't have to do npm run dev from, I don't know where from. What do you mean about building a DMG file? You see, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's just... Wait, what is this? Oh yeah, okay. It's running the Electron. Cool. Okay. Cool. Cool. I just want to show you guys pretty much. Sure. I'm sure it's running already. There you go. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Hold on. Okay, so it's being run already. It's running 2 instances of that. Okay, hold on. Stop the server. By the way, guys, if you like these live builds, of course, I'm not going to be building like stuff from scratch all the time. I'm not going to be building stuff from scratch all the time, but if you like all these like general like streams or lives where you see me build in real life, maybe, you know, there might be other parts where it might be a bit more fun to do. Let me know, because I'm happy to do more of these if you know, that's what you guys want me to do. Even though if it's just recording like the live and then for you to see it afterwards, but more of the, you know, the real builds that are like 2 hours 40. But yeah, this is cracking on, man. Test to implementer reports done. I'm gonna kill the server because I don't trust this. I was gonna run it myself, dude. There you go. So you see it's running an Electron app now. Oh, sorry, you guys were not seeing. Okay, anyways, I'm running the Electron app now, and what I used to have before is this. So you press, and now you're like, hey, what up? I want to build this app, XYZ. Build me a multi-billion-dollar app in 1 minute, please. All right, thank you. And then just go like that. And then that's it, right? Pretty straightforward. That's what I had. It's running locally on my server. It's an Electron app, nothing crazy. But obviously I want to make it a proper Mac app that you guys can download from a website and use, right? So that's what I'm doing now. And make it probably the best experience for you guys for a voice detection app. So I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna go over here. Okay. Spec review pass, code quality review pass. Okay, I want to be able to test it, guys, before I leave. I'm leaving at 9:30. Well, I should leave 15, quarter past 9. 9 p.m. at least in my zone, my area. So yeah, just letting you guys know that I want to make sure, I want to try to get to at least the integration test. Hopefully we get to test it as a human. That'll be great. See it physically. So let's try that. But anyways, guys, answer your question at the end, Naman. If you have any other questions. I know that you've been asking questions for some time. So feel free to just chill. Or leave the stream if you want. I mean, if you have no more questions, like, you know, I'm not holding you hostage. So feel free to leave anytime, man. I just need to build this anyways. But yeah. Yeah, dude. Updating ScratchPad. But this is how the boring part looks like. The boring real part looks like. That nobody talks to you about. This. And it's not about it's not a lot about running for multiple parallel instances, running beautiful websites, generating beautiful websites. Sure, that if you want to build a website, go ahead, but when you're building a real app, run this to your terminal. Cool. All right, we can do that. What was built? So all tasks to complete is the summary. Live capture, build, task 1 will record AV audio engine, done, reviewed, done. My transcript that's okay. So what was built? Mic permission configured, integration. When you speak now, say a clear sentence in your mind, you have 5 seconds. Okay. So we are on, okay, we're gonna do a job, so we're on that, you're ready. What's going on? Hold up. What is going on? So no file directory. Yes, it obviously, so instead of getting that command that look a bit dodgy because there was some spacing, we're already on the directory. Is the spacing here that is cooking it up? That's what it is. So what I'm gonna do is just do a little trick. Okay. Do this, copy that, and then zoom in. And I'll run this because it's probably just saying like, I'm not finding your directory, dude. It should work now. If it wants to, of course. Let's see. There you go. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 1, 2, 3. How is it going? Everything good? I'm on a stream. I'm on a live. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we're performing that test. It's transcribing 8,000 samples. Thank you guys for staying in the live, by the way. Especially Naman. You're the GOAT, dude. You are the absolute GOAT. Oh. Thank you, man. Thank you. No, really. I do really appreciate it, dude. There's not a few people on the stream right now, and especially like people that are like, you're the one interacting, dude. So thanks a lot. And it's like watching a movie. Thank you. I wouldn't call it a movie necessarily, but I bet that's more exciting. I'm not sure what movies you're watching, but I bet this is better. The movies are better. But anyways, but yeah, no, yeah, dude. I'm glad you're learning side by side. That is my objective with all of this. Mainly is that we're all like growing with each other, you know, we're all learning. I got stuff to learn from people got stuff to learn from me, you know. There's always room to learn. I'm always learning from people, you know. I think you can't be close-minded even though you're successful, right? I'm not saying I'm successful. All I'm saying is that the main point is that there's always stuff to learn. There's always stuff to learn. You might know things that I don't. I might know things that you don't, you know. So I already ran the test. And just give it a terminal. Right? Obviously, this is not like a typical app, like a web app where you can see visual stuff and it looks nice and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I could build that. But that will be the same as everybody else, right? So I just want to change things a bit and build a really hard app. And I'll probably make a video about this, right, where it's all like nice and summarized. I'll put the replay as well on my school community and whatnot. Test pass. Do you see that it do you see what it transcribed? Can you run the command yourself and let me know what I said? I'm so lazy. Clock call makes you lazy, man. Shouldn't make you too lazy. It's 1:15 now, so I should leave, man. But the test is working, right? At least we reached to the first test. So that's amazing, guys. Big lesson. This is how most of your build is going to look like. Just boring. If it doesn't look boring, you have a problem with the build, okay? If it doesn't look as boring as these past 2 hours, 45 minutes, I don't know what you're doing. You're probably building some slop. Because this is what real work, even though it was done by Claude Code. I mean, I've been here, you know, I've been asking a lot of questions. I've been planning a lot, right? Even before the stream, I was planning like what I needed to build. And that's how reality is. That's how real tools get built. Real good tools. Okay, so whenever you get in this part where it's boring, don't quit, man. It's part of the process. Don't think that it's a bad thing, right? Because all the YouTube videos are polished videos. They only show you the end, right? All the people that are successful, they only show you the end, right? This is the real stuff that you have to go through. It's normal, but I guess... What? That's what I said right now. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I probably ran the test again. Probably. That was a bit creepy because I thought I didn't I ran the test before. Does that match with what you said? If so, step 2 is complete. Nice. Okay, great. Yes, did it. I need to leave, but yeah, let me switch this. Oh, you see, look. Step 2 milestone confirmed. Mike, text works. Now next one will be the hotkey and push to talk. This is a new feature, so it goes through the full cycle brainstorm. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna say, do you want to ship and log? Tip for you, Naman. If you're curious. You see, ship and log. So these are commands already with prompts, with the preloaded prompts that are, you know, go and log whatever you've done and go and ship it as well to the GitHub repo. So this is the GitHub repo here. So here I made a GitHub repo, 100% Swift, and yeah, and so the ship command ships everything, and the log one logs onto the Scratchpad files and whatever. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna drop it there. I think it will be here. Here it will be a clean. I could leave it there, a clean place to leave it. So what have we done so far in the project? Sure, it was a lot of the boring stuff, but at least you got to see a real build from the start. You know, a real boring build, because all of it is, most of the stuff out there is just the end of it. And you got to see my process on how I plan things, I set up the project, how I think about setting up scaffolds, right? Setting up all the stuff that Claude Code needs to build properly, and essentially, you know, go through the development process in such a nice way. You've seen like how I just pressed tab to autocomplete and it just kept going. That's because I've done a lot of the planning beforehand, right? To understand, like, you know, how to position the markdown files properly, where to position them, adding the right sub agents for the right jobs, adding the superpowers plugin as well, you know, going through that process of, you know, brainstorming, writing spec, writing an implementation plan, and then implementing, and then testing, right? At some point I actually talked about that. And I talked many things. Naman was for most, and, you know, Alex was for the start of it. You know, you guys, well, I mean, there were a decent amount of people here for my first stream, so I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all the support. But yeah, it was super fun. So we left it at I just finished doing the first test that the audio works. Okay, it's a Swift application, so it's a bit harder to do than building, for example, an Electron app on Node.js. It's a bit harder because Claude Code doesn't have enough context. On Swift. So yeah, it probably takes longer to do things. Probably, you know, needs to do a lot of more verification and all that. But yeah, we reached the point where we can send audios. So the next step is just adding the hotkeys and whatnot, and probably the next step would be to actually add the overlay, right? The actual app where you can see the settings, the visual part. So yeah, it's like this, dude. This is how it is, honestly. Oh, amazing! And Alex was there. Thank you, Alex, for I don't know if you stayed for the whole thing, but if you did, dude, I appreciate you a lot, Alex. So appreciate that. Message retracted though. I don't know what you wrote, Alex, but maybe you can tell me later. And yeah, that's it. That's all it is, dude. Thank you guys for joining. If I'll probably drop a replay for this on my channel. So you can drop your comments there if you want to see like another video, or you want me to dig deeper on a specific topic. But yeah, this was my first live. Thank you guys for joining. It was great, and I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you around on the next video. Thank you guys. Have a great day, blessed weekend, and let's get ready for next week. Let's do it. Bye-bye.